Okay, Lauren, thanks very much. 6:32 right now. After being flooded with complaints, the government agency that regulates cruise lines is considering a new rule on customer refunds. WMRT News' Mallory Safaste heard from a lot of people who've not been able to get their money back, and she has more on the proposed changes because if it matters to you, it's a matter for Mallory.
It's crystal clear with airlines. If they cancel, make a significant change, or there's a significant delay, passengers are entitled to refunds. With cruises, it can be murky. The Federal Maritime Commission found cancellation policies vary by cruise line. So now they're looking to create a uniform procedure. A Christmas time cruise in the Caribbean.
We were really excited. It was myself, my husband, my girls, my mom. We had a family trip planned.
The Fickrys booked it for December 2020, but when the time came, COVID-19 forced Royal Caribbean to cancel the trip. Amanda opted for a credit, thinking with vaccines coming, they'd be able to travel sometime soon. However, her husband received news that would impact their plans.
My husband had a pending deployment because he's active duty military. Right then we called and said, hey, we would like to, instead of using the credit, we would just like a refund. They said, nope, sorry, it's too late, you can't request that.
A few months later, another development.
My husband found out he was diagnosed with stage 2 Hodgkin lymphoma. And that's right around the time that he saw your story regarding the lady who had a similar situation with Royal Caribbean.
They called again. Amanda said they were denied a refund.
Now everything is stacked up against us. My husband is looking at possibly an into the military, and that would leave us financially uncertain and with a lot of question, and that is very scary for us. And we have almost $3,000 sitting with Royal Caribbean that we can't use.
We contacted Royal Caribbean and they agreed to refund the family the full amount. Amanda's thrilled they changed their minds, but wants to see better protections for all consumers.
Do you think there needs to be, better regulation regarding refunds?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, cruises are not cheap. Cruises are a huge expense and cost a lot of money.
Federal Maritime Commissioner Louis Sola has heard from many consumers not interested in cruise credits. And for the past 16 months, he's been investigating the effects of COVID-19 on the cruise industry, including refund policies.
Each and every line had a different policy. So what we did is we worked with Department of Transportation and we mirrored a lot of their refund policies so that we could standardize it across the board.
The FMC is proposing a new rule. If approved, it would require cruise lines to refund customers within 60 days if a cruise is canceled or delayed by 24 hours or more. If it's canceled or delayed by more than a day due to a governmental order, refunds must be paid within 180 days following a passenger request. And passengers would be able to request refunds no less than 6 months after the scheduled voyage. The FMC is now seeking comments on these changes up until October 25th. They'll make any tweaks, then hold a final vote. It won't help those with cruises canceled in the last 2 years, but it would create a new standard, modifying the Passenger Vessel Act for the first time in over 100 years.
Now, as we go ahead and we start cruising again, I believe that this consumer confidence rule is essential to us never going through this again.
3 out of 5 commissioners are needed to pass the rule. Commissioner Sola is hopeful it'll be in place by early next year. For WMAR 2 News, I'm Mallory Safaste.